I remember when I was a child, I was listening to music that my older sister was listening around. So a lot of poetry, a lot of bands like Stare Dobre Małżeństwo, which is a band who used poetry as a lyrics. Then at some point I discovered classical music, but also anything that was just around, listened by my friends, so Michael Jackson, typical stuff that young people are listening to.
You decided to play and you decided to enter the music school. Have I read correctly that later on you were expelled from the music school?
Yes, that's right. This is what sometimes happens when you have your vision for playing.
Rebellious soul, yeah.
Exactly, I was a little rebel in between people who tried to follow the roads that was prepared for education. But I felt that my personality needs a freedom, needs my own path to discover something, to give a different meaning for what kind of sound you can create on violin and what kind of instrument it can be in a contemporary world. Of course, it was a huge deroute for me, which took me back to classical music as a fascinating source of inspiration. But at that moment, I needed to decide if I want to go jazz or I want to be one of 1,000 people in my music school that are just going same direction. And I said, I probably need to leave for discovering something that was unknown. When I was still at high school, I was thinking where to go with my music, where to continue my education. So of course I applied to many places where I could possibly go. One of them was Berklee College of Music. One of those was the University of Music in Katowice. So I got to Germany to get application and to show my skills, and they gave me a great scholarship to enter the school. And that was a great time because I made some important moves and I learned a lot here in Poland. And then with that knowledge, I got into this wonderful place where musicians from all over the world are learning how to play American jazz, but also from my perspective, I was learning how different my culture is from everything I found over there. It's hard to see it properly here because this is something that we grow up with and this is just, bread you have every day. When I signed to ACT, I understood immediately that totally different options of cooperations are just opening right now for myself, because being part of that is just a way of starting a new journey because people are treating you in a different way. Sometimes this kind of label is important to take a new steps, even if your music is same that just a few weeks ago, but just new options started happening in my life. So I said to myself, okay, so let's take the best of that. So I invited great artists from international scene to to learn and to see how my music can develop being played with such a great artists who also develop their own areas in music. This is what actually was happening in my life just a few moments before in New York, because this is a city where you can play with musicians from Herbie Hancock or people in the same jam session with also people who just play on the bass for 2 months. And you need to create something, listening and seeing how to take this music to the place where it's safe for anybody, for everyone, and we can create something in a dialogue. So this dialogue was something I learned over there, to listen more and then react on that and maybe push it to somewhere. And this is what happened with the Baltic Gang, the first all-stars band, which I recorded my first album. Being a leader is being a great listener and someone who gives spaces for them to shine, because that shine will bring the best from the music. So as I'm more grown in as a composer, violinist and leader, I understand that leaving more space is the best for the music. I believe that improvisation is a part of composer's life, because you create something, but you create that life. It brings out very authentic emotions, which are for me something I am always looking in my music, because first of all I can see myself as an improviser, but I always try to find a great land where I can use that improvisation skills in a bigger concept, and that place I see as a composition which takes you into some mood which you can then develop into improvisation, which will bring something that is impossible to create as a composer at your home, when you are relaxed, when you have time for that. It's a great possibility to get into the details.
You also explored on your albums the sound of Renaissance violin. I would like you to tell us more about the history of this instrument.
It's a wonderful story, because as a kid I was listening a lot of guitar players, and I felt that this is something that is really inspiring me a lot. Even if I was a violinist, I found something very important in that instrument, the way you can combine melody with the harmony and everything. I remember we were playing with Helge Lien, with a pianist from Norway, together in Germany, and after the concert I heard this wonderful sound going from my dressing room, and I said, wow, what is that sound? And I got there and so those two people, my drummer who can play violin as well a little bit because he play Norwegian traditional music on the violin, and luthier who came with the instrument to show me this Renaissance violin, which he made out of the model he found in Cremona. So I understood, wow, what is that? It sounds almost like a cello. It had gut strings, different construction. I tried to play on that, immediately played pizzicato, and this sound was exactly what I imagined in my head.
So I know you come from a very special place. It's a region of small mountains, very calm, very beautiful. Tell us about your roots and what impact that region where you grew up had on you.
I raised in Bieszczady Mountains, which is in southern east in Poland. And as you said, it's a really beautiful place and it's beautiful nature. Because it's near border to Ukraine, we have a special minority mix of Polish and Ukrainian. It's a Lemko minority, and I remember in my home we were singing a lot this Lemko songs.
So you were singing from an early childhood, and therefore becoming a singer was quite natural for you, wasn't it?
It was natural because my dad used to perform and he was playing guitar and singing some poetry music. And my mom was playing mandolin and also singing. I have siblings, 2 sisters and 1 brother, and we all play and sing. And I was singing a lot with my sisters in 3 voices, and it was really great for me. We were just sitting even whole day and singing, playing.
So how jazz came to your life? Because after the music school you decided to study in Gdańsk and you decided to study jazz singing.
I really wanted to sing maybe some pop or jazz music, and I started to listen to Miles Davis, Kind of Blue, of course. And after that I found Tomasz Stańko, and also Gretchen Parlato. She really influenced me, and then I realized that this is my way. I want to sing that kind of music.
How come? How is it possible? Gentle gust of wind and you crumble into dust.
you decided to look for some other influences very far away from Bieszczady because there is a place in the world which is also very important to you.
All started in Iceland, in a little place which is called Kirkjubejarklaustur, when I wrote material for my first CD, for my first album called Bethesda. It was little church with piano, and I was spending there a lot of time. And it was really a breaking through moment for me, because Iceland is kind of similar to Bieszczady, this space, this nature and monumental mountain.
Every day at sunset, with a pack of hard dogs, a set of water hunt and the ticket of human weaknesses.
How do you connect the role of a musician, of an artist, with motherhood? Because I assume it's very difficult.
Yeah, it's not easy. Even when I'm playing a concert, I have to take my 3 really great kiddos, but you know, they are still kiddos. So Theodore is only 5 years old, and it's the oldest one. So the youngest is 3 months old. And it's not easy, but motherhood is really great for me, even in this process of being a better artist and better person.
And how Adam influenced you? Because I know you met in Kraków.
Yeah, really funny story, because I didn't know that he's that famous as he was. And I was like, oh, I'm also playing a violin. And after that, when I realized that he's really star of, you know, jazz violin, I was really embarrassed. Yeah, so it was really funny. But when I met Adam, I realized that I can make my music like for real, you know. But it's not only for myself to writing and leave it alone. It's it can be open for audience, for I can build my audience.